Hello everyone and welcome to our Friday learning journey lesson. Thank you so much for taking part in our Zoom learning journey lesson yesterday. It was lovely to see all of you and to have a go at creating our own rhyming dictionary and thinking about our vocabulary. Well done. Okay, so today I'm going to read you the whole story of The Lion Inside because I would like you to then create a story map, and I'll show you how. It's actually going to be a story mountain today of the Lion Inside story, because next week you're going to have a go at writing your own version and changing some things slightly. So it would be really good if we can get that clear structure of the story to help us. Okay, so sit back, relax and enjoy the story. Then I'll explain the task. Here we go. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold, stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. And under that rock, in a tiny full house, lived the littlest, quietest, meekest brown mouse. Oh, there he is. He was so very tiny, so incredibly small, that nobody noticed him, ever, at all. He got trod on and sat on and missed out for stuff. Ignored and forgotten. Yes, mouse life was tough. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was lion o'clock. This huge toothsome creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could roar. He was head of the pack, he was shouty and tough. He loved showing the crowd he was made of strong stuff. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty King Cat. If only, thought the mouse, I could be more like that. Then late one dark night, in his Minnie Mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. He jumped from the covers and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. I mean, what if this mouse with the weeniest squeak was a little more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he'd make friends and join in, and life would be nice. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it now. But gulp, oh my gosh, there was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but might make him a feast. It was time to be strong, take a chance. After all, forever was such a long time to feel small. So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do. But if you want things to change, you have to change you. Gosh, he's being very brave, isn't he? He's being very confident. The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then, at last, as he stood on his tippy toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. Oh, pardon me. Wake up, Mr. Lion. You've got company. Squeak. Mr. Lion, what I've come to you for is squeak. Do you think you could teach me your roar? A silence befell. That twinkling plain. Lion opened his eyes and puffed out his mane. Time slowed right down. Why, it felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and let out an eek. Oh my goodness. What's happened? The lion. He's scared of the mouse. I wasn't expecting that. The lion was shaking, his paws all a fumble. He was backing away with a scrambling tumble. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. Oh, tried to be nice. Well, my goodness, this lion was frightened of mice. Don't worry, Mouse peeped. I'm a friend, not a foe. Let's rock this together. We'll have fun, don't you know? That was a magical moment for sure, when Mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out, and for that you don't need to roar or to shout. And from that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked that rock better now that rock was to share. The Mouse, while still little, felt big in his head, and Lion, he still roared, but with laughter instead. Look, they look like good friends now, don't they? Yes, that day they both learned that, no matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. So, let's have a think about that. No matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. Do you think that means that we all have, and we can all find inside of us, the confidence that we think, lions might have to speak up and to speak out? And sometimes we're all shy. Even people who look really confident might be a bit shy inside. But it was lovely that they could both work together and help each other, wasn't it? In their own way. So, feel free if you want to go back and listen to the story again to help you do this. I will put the worksheet up on Class Dojo so you can write straight on. I've started to fill it out to help you to understand the story mountain, because then next week you're going to do your own story mountain with your ideas. So today we're just going to focus on what's happening in the story that we've just read. So down here we've got the characters. So we've got the lion, the mouse, and we've got other animals found in the savannah in Africa. Now we've already talked and described the setting, haven't we? We could add a bit more in there if we wanted to say exactly where it was. So it looks like it's in the savannah in Africa, doesn't it? And it certainly looks, you could say, be even more specific, couldn't you? You could say set in the middle of the savannah with a giant rock in the middle. So that's our characters and that's our setting of our story. When you come to do your own next week, it could be that you might set your story underwater. Okay, it could be a shark and a clownfish or something. Now, at each stage, you're going to fill out what happens by writing a sentence or two. And today I want us to focus on using those linking words, those conjunctions, like and, but, so, because, and when. I've got some sentence starters to help you get started. So, here's my first one. So, the opening of the story. I'm putting here, a mouse is fed up because... So you can use my sentence starter to help you. A mouse is fed up because he can't get anyone to listen and he always gets trod on and ignored. So, the problem is the mouse wanted to be confident and listened to, like the lion, but the problem is he doesn't know how to do that, does he? He eventually thinks to himself, actually, I'm going to need to go and find the lion and help and get the lion to help him to roar. So in the middle, which is the most exciting part of the story, this is when the mouse found enough courage. Okay, when the mouse found enough courage, he went to find the lion, climbed to the top of the rock, but what was the surprise? The lion was actually scared of the mouse. Then in this part here, the resolution, that means what happened next. So the lion was scared of the mouse. What happened? Well, the mouse actually said, don't be scared of me, and helped the lion instead. And said, you don't need to be scared of me, and went and worked together with the lion. And they became friends, didn't they? So in the ending here, we could say, the lion and the mouse helped each other. The mouse became more confident and found his voice so that he could speak out And the lion actually stopped being so overconfident and shouty all the time and actually became friends with the mouse and looked like he was much happier. So I would like you to have a go at writing a sentence or two for each of those boxes. What I'll do in a moment as well is put a key picture for the opening, the problem, the middle, the resolution and the ending as well to help you. Okay, I've added some pictures on as well which might help you, so you could always pause the video now too and use that to help you. I'll put a blank version up onto Class Dojo, but also a version with some completed for you just to help. Alright, I can't wait to see your story mountains, and well done for all of your hard work, everyone.